should be practiced at all times.
You do it much better than I. I gotta be quiet, right? Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna do a 10 on 8. Oh, it's gone. Wait.
Here come your Rockets! Flag across midfield as we honor our nation with the playing of the national anthem.
Welcome you all to today's presentation of Auburn Rockets varsity football here at Memorial Field. It is a very rainy day where we have the Fitchburg Red Raiders taking on your Auburn Rockets. Paul?
Yeah, AJ, looks like it's going to be a good night, a tough, gritty matchup between two teams who desperately need a win. And I think this is a great game and a great test for this Auburn team.
Of course, I'm AJ Beamer Jr., joined by Paul Vangos. Forgot to mention it. Currently, we have the Auburn Rockets captains and the Fitchburg Red Raiders captains headed to midfield. Number 5, Nathan Cook. Number 50, number 57, Ian Clayton. Number 55, Casey Schrager. And number...
Meet your Rocket captains, Nathan Cook, Christian Sacco, Casey Schrager, and Ian Clayton.
Joined by number 8, Christian Sacco.
Tonight, this is a game that you must have. I think Auburn needs to hold on to the football and limit the turnovers. Keep the ball on the ground. I'm looking at Nathan Cook and Braden Belanger to do just that. And AJ, what do you think?
You know, my keys to the game, obviously, for Auburn, you have to keep the... You can't have the turnover game. You know, when they tied with Tantasco, it was a little bit too many turnovers. Last week against Maine, a little bit too many turnovers. You have to limit the turnovers. On defense, you have to limit the big plays. Consistently getting killed by the big plays on offense. On defense, you have to limit it. You know, they're pretty effective at stopping the short plays, all of that. They just got to keep on stopping the. They have to stop the long game. For Fitchburg, obviously, on defense, contain the Rockets' run game. It's one of the better ones in Central Massachusetts. And for the offense, keep the ball on the ground. Also limit the turnovers.
Yeah. Last week against Maynard, they had a great passing attack, and that opened up the rushing game after that. So I think tonight, if I'm Coach Cormier, I'm calling a lot of cover 2, maybe even cover 3 to start the game, and then afterwards containing the run game.
We are just seconds away from the opening kick. The right foot of Oliveira, and we're going to be underway. The Rockets looking for their first win. Red Raiders looking for their first win. Here we go.
Number 1, Lucas Bowlack. Number 9, Richard Solomon. Back deep for the Red Raiders.
And the kick's going to be squibbed and recovered. Call it about the 31, maybe the 32-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Braden Belanger and this young Rockets offense.
AJ Oliveira's kick is down by number 45, Ezekiel Acevedo.
Fitchburg defense. Or no, excuse me, that's the Fitchburg offense. My apologies. Starting at the helm, obviously, for Fitchburg, the senior, Niall Sim, number 7, and the running back, number 1, Lucas Bowlock, a backfield of just 2 seniors. Balling out all season. Fitchburg, just like Auburn, looking to get into the win column.
Yeah, this is a must-have if you're for both teams, quite honestly. Auburn yet to win. We'll see what the result is with Swampscott in a few weeks. That was a good game to watch. So was Maynard, just didn't have it at the end. So let's see what happens tonight.
1st and 10 is going to be a fullback dive. I believe that's number 5, Devani DeLeon. And it was. Give it a pick up of
number 5, Devani DeLeon. Picks up 6 yards after the 38-yard line. 2nd down and 4.
2nd and about 4 for the Rockets, or excuse me, the Red Raiders offense. It's going to be a run, and he's instantly stopped in the backfield. The man himself, Sam Rundell.
That's a great play to start this game and bring up an early 3rd and long. Sam Rundell, the senior, wreaking havoc these past 2 seasons. Good to see him back out here again.
Sam Rundell has so many tackles for loss on the season. I've lost count. I truly don't know how many tackle for losses they have at this point. Sam is an absolute beast on the gridiron. 3rd and about 8. It's going to be a toss to the outside. He'll go up the middle, and it'll be short of the 1st down. Lucas Bowlock on the carry. 4th down, and punt team's going to come out for Fitchburg.
That's a good defensive drive to start this game for the Rockets. You're forcing a 3-and-out. Great way to get the ball back early. I think you need to force a couple turnovers early on, set the tone defensively, and they have done just that to start this game.
It's going to be the punt team out, and we have a flag almost instantly. It's going to be too many men on the field for Auburn.
And that is a killer early on. Silly mistake after a great defensive stand, and now they will extend the drive, the Red Raiders of Fitchburg.
1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. And we're back to seeing Niall Sim in the I form. Receiver to either side. 2 men behind him in the backfield. Fullback a dive, and he'll get nowhere. Ball's loose. They got Zach Wetzel on the recover.
Looked like the ball was on the ground in that play.
And
Waiting for the decision.
they're going to call a Fitchburg ball.
So, although we didn't recover that, that's exactly what you want from the defense to set the tone here. Force a fumble. Although we didn't recover it there, good tone.
I agree, Paul. You know, it isn't the perfect play that you want. It isn't this game-changing play. But, you know, it sets a tone. It sets a tone. It makes, you know, it's going to make DeLeon a little bit worried. It's going to make this Fitchburg offense worried. How confident are we in our offense? Are we going to be able to win the turnover battle? Questions lining up. Same formation. It's going to be another toss. And he's lassoed in. Call it about 46-yard line, 47. No gain on the play.
Polak stopped for a loss of 1. Number 57, Ian Clayton. Number 5, Nathan Cook, combined on the tackle.
And another 3rd and long for the Red Raiders offense. Let's see what they can pull out here. 3rd and 8. And it's going to be a play action. They're going out, and the pass is dropped. There's a flag on the play. Giovanni DeLeon intended. Illegal men downfield on Fitchburg. Penalty is going to be declined. Punt team's coming back out.
Yeah, even though it would not have counted in the grand scheme of things, this is a key to the elements tonight. It's going to be tough to throw and catch the football there. As you see, Fitchburg quarterback Niles Sim got that off pretty good. Just couldn't corral it for the catch. It's going to be a tough,
it's tough.
Game.
It's raining and not a whole lot you can do. I believe that's Zach Wetzel and Caden Wood out to return. And here we go. Rockets 1st and 10.
Is that 15 that punted it? AJ? I couldn't tell. Fitchburg's punt down at the 25-yard line. Rockets take over 1st and 10.
And for the first time this game, we're going to be seeing Brandon Belanger in this high-powered Rockets offense. Or for the first time today, excuse me. Here we go. They get the whistle. 1st and 10. I form. It's going to be a fullback dive to Cook. And Cook won't get much. Maybe 2.
Sam Rundell on the carry.
Sounds like it's going to be a gain of 4.
Gets out to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
Adrian's 24. His number got switched. Second and about 6 for Callahan. Belanger in the backfield. We haven't seen this since week 1. It's going to him. And he's going to get it up. I believe that's going to be the first down.
Number 22, Brayden Belanger on the carry. Gets out across the 35-yard line. Picks up the first down.
Yeah, this guy has been a burst and a jolt that this offense has needed. Brayden Belanger, the freshman, already starting on varsity, even took over quarterback duties for Adrian Callahan after he had a poor performance against Swampscott in week 1. Moved Callahan back to the quarterback. Belanger is starting running back again. Let's see what happens.
Put it on. Here we go. It's going to be a handoff back to Belanger. And he's still up on it. And he might get 2 on the carry. Second and 8 for Auburn. All right. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Rockets. You know, we're going to call this one bounce back. To compare this Rocket season to the start they had last season, it's not something to be proud of. Last season, the Rockets started out 2-1, with their only loss being to Maynard through their first 3. This season, Auburn is still yet to find the win column. A tie week 1 versus Swampscott, a loss in overtime week 2 in a conference game at Tantascwa, and last week they were just a few feet away on a field goal from getting their first win of the season. However, this is the homecoming game, and after this, the seniors only have one more home game in their career. With a lot on the line for Auburn, can they find their first win of the season and carry the momentum into next week at St. Bernard's? Paul?
Yeah, like I said earlier, you have to have this one. Looking like we're moving the ball really good to start this game. Hopefully we keep it up, as this, you have to have this one.
Callahan's handoff is going back to Belanger. He'll get up the middle. Get 6, and the O-line's going to push him. First down.
Brayden Belanger straight up the middle. Carrying people across midfield. Gets out to the Red Raider 44-yard line. To pick up a 10. First down Rockets.
Fresh set of downs for Callahan and company. It's going to be a fullback dive. He has trouble with the handoff. Ball's going to wind up on the ground. Auburn's going to recover.
Yeah, that looked like a botched snap from the get-go there. Callahan just couldn't handle it, but at least we jumped onto the ball and didn't suffer any turnovers.
Loss of 3 on the play. Or 2.5.
Callahan coming back, I think this is a great vote of confidence from Cormier, as Callahan didn't do so great against Swampscott, got benched for the second half in favor of Belanger. It's good to see him back on the field, though.
And they're going to try it again. This time it will be a little bit more successful. Going to break up a 2nd and 8, I believe, after a gain of 4. Now, at least in the past, we've seen him practice, and the year prior when Callahan was on the freshman team, we've seen him struggle with snaps, maybe chemistry with the running back or the fullback. So it'll be interesting to see that, are these troubles still here, or was that just a bad play? Because that's a missed handoff. I don't think there was trouble with the snap. I think it was a bad hand, like give, receive kind of thing for Rundell and Callahan, so we'll see. It's a fake. It's going to be a jet to Saucier. Saucier's going to go up the sideline. Big play for the Rockets.
Gutsy.
And it's the sophomore, Patrick Saucier, getting it done on the ground.
Gutsy play call there from Coach Cormier to show confidence in his sophomore. And to even fake the handoff to Belanger. That's a great play call on 3rd and 8.
I'm going to tell you, that kid is quick. And he's starting cornerback. Heart over height for Mr. Saucier. Callahan back in the I formation. Man to his right is Tyler Kohler. And it's going to go right back to Belanger. He'll get about 6 or 7 on the carry. Maybe less.
Belanger over the left side.
All right, Paul, we've seen 3 Rockets games so far. What do you think is going to be the key for the Rockets to improve throughout the season and maybe still have a chance in the playoffs?
I think chemistry and limiting the turnovers. Like Maynard, we had 2 or 3 turnovers, I think. Cost us at the end. Almost had the game winner, but A.J. Oliveira's kick sailed wide left. Against Swampscott, that was just a good, gritty, all-around game. We stuck in there. And let's see. Hopefully it continues throughout the season.
I hate to interrupt you, but Belanger's getting a big carry. It's going to be a first down, and it's a fumble. Fitchburg's going to recover.
Fumble recovered by the Red
I didn't even
Raiders
see it.
right around their own 5-yard line.
On their own 5-yard line, Fitchburg's going to get possession.
Jeez, am I a psychic?
I did not see that one.
That's a killer early on. It was a good run by Belanger, but in these elements, you always got to prepare for that one hit that could come unexpectedly.
That's
Right.
frustrating.
Yeah, like right there, he wasn't expecting it, looked like, and it just popped out, and Fitchburg was quick to get on it.
You know, a big thing that every coach in the country, no matter what level, when you're in Pop Warner, when you're in high school, when you're in college, when you're in the NFL, it's ball security. You got to keep the ball off the ground. In games like this, and as I say it, he's in the end zone, and it's going to be a safety. He's wrapped up after the lost toss.
And we have a safety for the Rockets.
Not even sure who got there. Seems like all 11 silver caps were on the ball.
Looked like it might have been Nathan Cook, first guy there.
Several Rockets.
That's exactly what you want to take advantage of there. Although he jumped back up on the ball, we were quick to react and get him in the end zone for those crucial 2 points to start this game.
Celebrate that score by your own town.
That's exactly how you need to play this game defensively. You need to wait for their mistakes, force them at times, and just jump right on them.
Selling T-shirts. Go check out their wares and pick
So 2-0 here. Great. The defense is playing fantastic right now. Hopefully with the Ovens getting the ball back, they can continue that momentum here.
they're getting all the proceeds. Even if you're not hungry, go throw some money in at the snack shack for the seniors.
And it's going to be Wood back to return the punt.
Looks like it's Alan Hall, the punter for Fitchburg here.
I believe so. Looks like Wood's not going to be alone back there. It's going to be Oliveira. How often do you think they practiced safety punt return? Not a lot.
Yeah, probably not a lot. Safeties are very rare, but in this case, it worked out for us. And it looks like it's actually going to be a kickoff here from the 20.
And it's not going to go too high. It's going to be recovered, and his knee was down. Zach Wetzel.
Alan Hall's kick is down by.
And the Rockets offense got another shot at it. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Over on the Fitchburg 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
you after the end of the first quarter. That was so rude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap you. I feel so bad. And the handoff's going to Belanger right away. He might get about 3 on the carry. Now, Paul, so far this game, we've seen the Rockets return to their I form, to that kind of offense, versus in previous times we've seen the Wildcat after that first half of the Swampscott game. We really saw the Wildcat become this new source of the Rockets offense, and now we're seeing it go back to that I form. Paul, why do you think that change was made?
I think it's because tonight you need to keep running the football, and you need to keep the defense on their toes, as that is a great run there by Sam Rundell.
Every time we come up with something to talk about, they feel the need to get a big play. Rundell's going to get it up to the 30-yard line after a big fullback dive.
Down at the 31 to pick up a 15 on the play. 1st and 10 Rockets.
And a fresh new set of downs for Callahan and company. See what they can do with it.
Callahan looks confident at the moment. He's handling the snaps well. Looks like the chemistry is back.
2 receivers to the right of Callahan. Saucier's the man in motion. It's going back to Belanger. Belanger's going to get upfield and take it to about the 25.
Braden Belanger around the left end. Brought down at the 26-yard line. Pick up a 5. 2nd down and 5.
This is exactly how you want to approach this game if you're Auburn. Keep the ball on the ground heavily and limit the turnovers. Although we had one deep in the red zone last time, it worked out as we got the safety. Here we go.
2nd and 5 for the Rockets. Callahan's going to give it to Belanger. He's going up the right side. 1 man to beat, and he's past him. Few yards to the goal line, and he's going to be called short. Belanger with the big play. Going to be about 2 yards short. Thought he had it. Thought he had the edge, and I think he did, but just got tripped up. It is wet out. It's hard to stay on your feet, so can't blame him.
I'm going to be honest, AJ. I don't think I've ever seen anyone with the physique and the speed as Belanger does at the running back position. He, as you saw there, was able to bounce it out, and he almost took it the distance. Just looked like he stepped out at about the 3.
On the goal line. Maybe this is when they come back to the Wildcat. Nope, Callahan's going to stay out there at the helm. Or no, they are going to go to the Wildcat. Belanger's going to take it himself, and he's in down the left side. Touchdown, Rockets.
Let's go.
Braden Belanger from about 2 yards out, or excuse me, 3 yards out.
That's where Coach Cormier's play calling comes into great effect there. But Belanger there, who was in Wildcat, as they've been using the last few games, it's kind of easy to predict what's going to happen after a while. Maynard and Swampscott eventually caught on to it. But when you use it in certain situations like this, that is a great time to use it, and it worked to perfection there.
With about 1:28 to go in the first quarter, Rockets jump out to a 6-0 lead, and we'll see what they can do on the 2-point conversion. Looks like tonight they're abandoning the extra points and the field goals. Can't blame them. It's very wet conditions. And Belanger's going to be back in the Wildcat. Got a lot of wings in the backfield. He's going up the middle. He trucks a man in. He's going to be called short, I believe. He's just shy of the goal line. No good. Score 6-0 Rockets with just under 90 to go in the first.
Yeah, Belanger just tried to punch that one right up the gut. Almost worked. Looked like he was about a half yard short of the goal line there. Close play. Good hold there to keep this a one-score game if you're Fitchburg.
My apologies because of the safety. It's an 8-0 game. And this is why you have people suggesting you. It is currently pouring here at Memorial Field, but that is not going to stop the Rockets student section. I checked right before the game. It is absolutely packed. All right.
Our student section is one of the best in the state, if you ask me. No, rain, shine, thunder, lightning, whatever, they will always come out here and support our team, which is amazing.
Oliveira's kick is going to be fielded deep in their own half. And he's got green grass, and a big hit is laid. That's AJ Oliveira, the kicker himself,
Richard Solomon returns
put in Richard Solomon
his kick out
right to the turf. And for the third time today, the Fitchburg offense, led by Niall Sim, is going to get another chance at it.
correction, that's a 41.
That was a huge hit from Oliveira. I'm surprised the ball didn't come loose in these conditions, if you're asking me.
And it's going to be a handoff to the outside. He's going to be ripped down after getting about 2, maybe 3 on the play. I believe that was Lucas Bolak on the carry.
Tackle for no gain. Number 8, Christian Sacco leading the tacklers.
Once again, I believe that's the second or third time this game that we have seen the Rockets defense, all 11 silver caps on the ball. It's what you love to see as a defensive coordinator.
If you're Mr. Sullivan, you have to be a very happy man with how this first quarter is going.
And once again, 11 caps to the ball as he is stopped, led by number 36, Sam Rundell. See other familiar faces, Manny Guzman, Christian Sacco in on the tackle.
Bolak stopped.
3rd and 11, another 3rd and long for this Fitchburg offense.
Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. It's 3rd down and 11.
That might take us to the end of the first quarter. There's less than 20 seconds remaining on the clock here.
We got under 10 seconds to go. Are they going to let the clock drain to the end of the first?
End the quarter with that play, ladies and
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. 8-0 Rockets. Now, Paul, we have a 3rd and 11 coming up. What do you think the call is going to be for Fitchburg?
I think you might run a play-action pass here. Like, Auburn's been expecting the run all game. You've only thrown it once. Maybe you get lucky, corral the ball, get it off clean, and maybe get the yards after catch that you need to get the first down. But we'll see. It's going to be a challenge.
It's definitely not easy converting a 3rd and 11. I will say that much. And here we go, 3rd and 11. It's going to be a toss to the outside, and he's instantly wrapped up, it seems. Credit to him, gets about 5 on the carry, but still 4th and 6.
Yeah, I don't hate the play call there from Fitchburg. You played it safe, didn't cough up the ball, and maybe gave a little bit better field positioning for your punter to get it away. But overall, good job there by the Rocket defense to hold them once again.
We got 2 men deep to return. That's Zach Wetzel and Caden Wood. He's going to Wood, and he has trouble with it, and it's going to be recovered. He's going. He's at the 15. He's going to be lassoed in at about the 13-yard line. I believe that's Luis Santos on the recovery.
Wow.
And that is a muffed punt by Caden Wood.
You don't see that much from a guy of Caden Wood's caliber. That is a shocker there. Now the defense has to come back on the field after holding for 3 or 4 drives here. Hopefully they can hold them once again and keep them out of the end zone.
It's a good punt and a good return. Or a good punt and a good heads-up play. Really staying on it. But it's really tough to catch punts, and it's really tough to catch punts in the rain, so can't hit on him too much.
Looks like they're bringing it back to the spot where the recovery occurred, because on muffed punts you cannot return the ball.
They're back in the I form. 2 receivers to the left, and it's going to be a fullback dive, and he is stopped immediately. We have seen nothing out of the run game for the Red Raiders.
That looked like
tackles made by number 76, Carlos.
Yeah, good defensive play there by the nose tackle, Giancarlo Tejada.
Devontae De Leon picks up 1 yard to the 26-yard line. Second down and 9.
Second and about 9 for Fitchburg. And it's going to be a toss to the outside. And we have a flag coming in.
Flag on the carry around the left end. There is a flag on the play.
Runners for about 2 or 3, but it's going to go back to holding.
Bring them back 10 yards.
Fitchburg's going to go back about 10. And we'll see what they can do.
This is something. This is a must-need drive here if you're Fitchburg. You need to get even 3 points on the board to keep the morale up on that sideline.
Second and about 15, maybe more, for the Red Raiders. Receiver to either side of Sim. And it's going to be a pass. It's going to be bobbled and picked off. Heads up play.
Unfortunately, he is not on my roster. So if you know who 48 is, come tell me and we'll give him credit.
That was a good heads-up play there. Saw the play developing. He was initially covering, looked like Lucas Bolak on the wheel route, turned around in time to see that the ball was a duck, and he caught it for the interception. Great play.
That's Owen Morrow on the interception we were just told, and there's trouble with the handoff. Belanger's got it, but it's going to be a loss of 2 or 3.
That was a close one.
Owen Morrow got the interception on the last play. Where we went back to 37 now. So. Loss of 1 on the play. Second down and 11 from their own 37-yard line.
Second and 11 for the Rockets. They're back in the I form. 2 receivers to the left. And it's going to be a dive. Cook's going to get about...
Give 9 on the play, looks like.
Yeah, looks about 9 on the carry. Going to be 2nd and 2 for the Rockets on 3rd down.
7-yard line to pick up a 10. 3rd down and a short 2.
If we are not to get this, would you say this is 4th down territory for Coach Cormier?
Absolutely. You do not. I mean, you could punt it back in their own half, but... Actually, no, I do think they punt here because they've gone stops all night long. I say you trust your defense. And Belanger is going to be very close to the 1st down. We're waiting on the call. And it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Rockets, courtesy of the freshman Braden Belanger.
That's a 1st down for the Rockets from their own 48-yard line.
This is great football being played. Good, tough, gritty football by this Rocket offense here. You're draining clock. You're moving the ball. You keep them scoreless. This is perfect execution.
Fresh set of downs is another Jet. Saucier's got it up the right side. He turns on the Jets, and he's going to get it to about the 40-yard line. What a play by the sophomore Patrick Saucier.
There's the speed that comes with Saucier, and that's what we love to see. And look.
And Fitchburg's going to burn a timeout with about 8 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think that this is more of a tactical timeout just to regroup, get everything straight heading up into this 1st down.
Got to regroup here. You know, Fitchburg could not buy a stop right now. They've got to lock in, get it together.
That's a pickup of 21 yards on the play.
We'll see. What does Coach DiGeromino have in store? I'd rather trench foot right now than stand on the floor. Shout out Mr. Cutler. It's funny, you should have caught that. Rockets got a 1st and 10 from about the 31, maybe the 32. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, nope. It's going to be Callahan in the I for him.
That was a good wrap up there. It looked like Anthony Emil Rivera from Fitchburg.
It's going to bring up about 2nd and maybe 7 for the Rockets. We'll see what Cormier calls here. You know, I've really liked how the jet sweeps have looked so far by Saucier and whoever else they decide to put out there.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that 100%. It's been a great play to run whenever you're in a tight situation and you need some yardage. It's worked tremendously.
And it's going to go up the middle. Run isn't good for much. Call it about 3rd and 3 for the Rockets. And what does Callahan and Cormier have in store?
Now might be a good time to run a good play-action bomb. Show some trust in Callahan. Maybe even you go for it if it doesn't work out on 4th and 3.
Do you see the Rockets kicking a field goal if they don't get it? Or if not, they're definitely going for it.
53 yards for AJ Oliveira seems a little long.
It does. It does. It's going to be a fullback dive to Rundell. He's got the first down and way more. He's inside the 5, inside the 1. Touchdown, Rockets! Sam Rundell.
There he is once again.
He's got it from about 25 yards out. And the Rockets are going to extend their lead to 14 with about 6:30 to go in the first half.
On offense and on defense, looks like tonight this is Sam Rundell making his presence felt, and you love to see that from the senior on homecoming night.
And looks like the Rockets are going to go with the extra point try. Right leg of Oliveira. And they jumped off sides. Kick wasn't good anyway, but Fitchburg jumped off.
Now, do you go for 2 from the 1 or 2 yard line if you're Coach Cormier?
I believe it's going to be from the 1 yard line. Yeah, so they are going to go for 2. Looks like.
Now, keep in mind, this is what happened last week against Maynard. We got off to a hot start. I think it was 12-0 in the second quarter. Then Maynard came back, had a couple great plays, and took the game from us in the end, which was a bummer. But it looks like we're going strong tonight. Defense is holding so far.
And the extra point is going to be good.
Conversion is good.
Rockets are excited about that one. I believe that was Casey Schrager picking it up.
Schrager getting the 2-point conversion for the Rockets.
I like that play call there. In the I form, looked like he was about to start blocking. Ended up being a fullback handoff, and it worked to
Getting the
perfection
senior
from the
captain
2 yard
involved
line.
on the fullback dive. You love to see it. Absolutely. Getting him a 2-point. Proud. Score should be at 16. And Oliveira's going to kick it off. Hopefully the Rockets can do a better job of containing the kickoff, because last time was a really good return. And their last hope, AJ Oliveira, lassoed him down. And we're going to be revisiting the Fitchburg offense here, led by the senior quarterback, Niall Sim.
Oliveira's
Are we going to see some life out of the Fitchburg offense before the half?
He gets the ball out.
This is you need points here if you're Fitchburg. Touchdown preferably, maybe a 2-point conversion to cut it down to a 1-score game, but I have not seen much at all. This Rocket defense has been stifling so far.
Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 for Fitchburg and company. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. He's going to reach forward for maybe about 4 yards on the carry.
Bullock picks up 4.
Give me Lucas Bullock on the carry. 2nd and 6, maybe 2nd and 7 for the Red Raiders.
It's a good play to start off. Get a nice little yardage of look like 4. Brings up a 2nd and 6 on a must-have drive.
Credit to the
Fitchburg.
spin move by Bullock.
Yeah, that was a good play to get out of the coverage and get
2nd
some
and
yardage.
6. He's going to drop back to throw. It's not a great one. Almost picked off by the sophomore. Patrick Saucier. It was very short.
Looked like Cook got in there, hit him as he was throwing. That's why it was such a bad throw.
Pass was intended for number 9, Richard Solomon. 3rd and 6, another 3rd and long Fitchburg offense. Why do you think they've had so many 3rd and longs, Paul?
This Rocket defense, holding them on 1st and 2nd down when they've mostly run the ball. And, like, right there, when they throw the ball, they have the pressure right there, right away to stop it. And now it's 3rd and 6.
Feels like every Fitchburg drive has ended in a 3rd and long. And it's going to be another toss. He has to lasso it in from the top. And the tackle is going to be made almost instantly.
This you have to be very happy if you're the Auburn defensive coordinator right now. There look like 5 or 6 tacklers there to stop that play dead in its tracks and force a 4th and 11.
I believe that was Tommy Hayes first to get to him. And the Rockets' punt return is going to come out on the hop.
Credit to Bolak too for getting that ball in on a bad toss from the quarterback.
Fantastic punt. Going to pin them inside of the 15.
Hall's punt is down right around the 11-yard line.
Now I'm thinking you mount a drive here with 5 minutes to go in the first half, and you get into the end zone, hit pay dirt again. That is a big and crushing blow to this Fitchburg team in general.
Long way to go for Callahan and company. 1st and 10 for the Rockets.
Looks like the rain's letting up a little bit now too.
Rockets return into the I form. 2 receivers to the left. It's going to be a fake toss, fullback dive. Lots of black caps to the ball. Call it about 2nd and 8 for the
Rundell
Rockets.
carry. Got out to the 15-yard line, pick up a 3, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, this has been good tackling in general tonight for both teams. As you saw right there, it was like 5 guys there for Fitchburg to wrap up the ball carrier there for Auburn.
2nd and 8 for the Rockets. Back in the I form. 2 receivers to the right. And it's going to be a dive to Belanger. He'll push through the line. Get it to about 3rd and 7. Rundell's coming off the field for Nathan Cook. Maybe we see a fullback dive out of him on 3rd and 7. Or, excuse me, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I'd expect to see a run here from Cook or Belanger. Because when you see Rundell coming off the field, usually his role as a blocker is now gone. I would expect a run here.
3rd and 3. It's going to be a run to Belanger, and he might be short.
Belanger on the carry. Looks like he
We're waiting for the call, and it's going to be a 1st down. Nope. Yes, maybe.
Nope. Just.
Oh, they give him the 1st down.
And they're going to give him the 1st and 10. fresh set of downs for Belanger and Callahan.
Oh, okay.
That sucks if you're Fitchburg. Almost had them right there, but maybe an inch or two keeps this drive going for the Rockets.
First and 10 going to be a handoff to Belanger. And he might have gotten one, maybe no gain on the carry. Second and 10 for the Rockets.
Yeah, it's great defense there from Fitchburg to stop them on first down and bring up a second and long.
Belanger stop for no gain, brings up second down and 10.
Going back to the Auburn defense, I think the key is they're winning in the trenches right now in defense. They're stopping the run pretty handily, and hopefully they keep it going.
Another jet sweep to Saucier. Once again, he turns on the jets and he's around the outside. Going to get it to about 3rd and 4. Saucier is probably averaging so many yards per carry.
He had a great burst of speed there. Just the guy there was able to corral him, wrap him up, and bring him to the ground. Brings up 3rd and medium here.
Brought down to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 7 on the play.
Under 2.5 to go. Let's see what this Rocket offense can do with that amount of time.
3rd and 4. It's going to be a handoff. Belanger's going to break through. That's Cook on the carry.
Nate Cook on the carry, straight up the middle.
He's going to break through for a first down.
Yeah,
We got about 2 minutes to go in the first half.
He busted through there with a lot of yardage. That's a great run, gritty, and now you're rolling here.
Ball's at the 43, fresh set of downs for Callahan and company. 2 receivers to his right, including Saucier. Handoff to Cook, and he's got the first down after being lassoed down.
Nate Cook picks up another first down.
Call him at about the 45-yard line.
To the 45-yard line.
And the Rockets have found Fitchburg's half of the field.
Got a minute and a half to go here. All 3 timeouts. I don't see a scenario where you don't go for a score here.
Here we go. It's going to be a dive. I believe that's Sam Rundell. Going to be a pickup of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 for the Rockets.
Clock ticking down about
I believe that was
65 seconds to go.
Manny Guzman on the carry. Shout out the sophomore. He's also been getting linebacker rotations throughout the year. Credit to him. Belanger's back in the backfield. Man in motion to Saucier. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. He'll break a tackle and go up more. He's got it to about the 25-yard line. Big push. 11 black caps and 11 gray caps on the ball.
Nate Cook has been grinding.
Timeout
and
Rockets
churning.
with about 40 seconds to go. Rockets are in the red zone.
You love to see that from the senior Nate Cook there. Back to back to back, great runs. Maybe about 50 yards there. That's amazing.
The line of scrimmage after the timeout will be at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 Rockets. We're under a minute left in the half, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to visit the Snack Shack, where the class of 2024 is running it, and all the proceeds go to their class. So buy lots of stuff.
There will be no band performance at halftime due to the rain.
National Honor Society is out selling T-shirts. This is homecoming weekend. It may be wet, but it can still be fun.
First and 10 for the Rockets from about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. I would guess the Rockets return to the I form, and they will. 2 receivers to the right, Tyler Kohler and Patrick Saucier. Brandon Belanger out in the backfield, along with Nathan Cook. And it's going to be a handoff to Belanger. He's going to pick up the first down, maybe a little bit more. Get it inside of the 15. And it's going to be another timeout by the Rockets. Sounds like Coach Sullivan or Coach Cormier called that one. And with about 30 to go, Rockets have 1 timeout.
Moving those chains again. This is a great drive developing here for the Rockets. Let's see with half a minute to go here. Can they either get it in the end zone Or can AJ Oliveira boot it through the uprights and make this a 3-score game?
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Rockets from about the 14-yard line. Looks like the rain's picking up a little bit more here in the heart of Auburn. 1st and 10. And it's going to be a fade. Kohler up top.
Oh, couldn't corral it.
Couldn't grab it. Good pass breakup by the Fitchburg defense. And 2nd and 10. Clock will stop. 25 to go in the first half.
Looked like a pretty good throw there by Adrian Callahan. Kohler just, in these conditions, it's tough to get up there and get a good catch on it.
Second and 10 for the Rockets. Callahan is going to give it to Belanger this time. He'll cut into the inside, and he's in. Touchdown, Rockets! Braden Belanger from about 15 yards out with 15 to go in the first half extends the Rockets' lead to about 22 here in the first half.
Another great drive from this Rocket offense. That could be the dagger. However, there's still another half to play.
In the first half,
how Fitchburg
Paul.
comes out.
A dagger in the first half. Last time I heard something like that, about Super Bowl 51. And we got a flag on the play.
You know we love to talk about that day, though. Super Bowl 51.
I guess.
Coach Cormier went for 2 last time. Fitchburg jumped off sides. I think, why not do the same here? But it does look like they're sending AJ Oliveira out there. No good. Looked like he may have pushed it right there.
That kick just to the left. Leads our score 22-0.
So, looks like 16 or 17 seconds left on the clock here. If I'm Fitchburg, I'm not sure what you do here. I think maybe just hope for a good return on the kickoff. If you don't get that, just kneel it out and head to the half.
You have 2 options. You can Hail Mary or you can knee it and take it into the half. We'll see how aggressive Coach DiGirolamo wants to play. Right leg of Oliveira gets another chance with about 17 to go. And it's going to be a squib kick. And he'll have trouble with it. Clock's going to run. Brendan Rourke out there. He doesn't got it. And he's finally going to be wrapped up. On the tackle, it's number 29, Jacob Toohill. And looks like Fitchburg, with about 6 seconds to go, got one more shot at it. Paul, do you think they take the knee or do you think they take a shot down the field?
I don't know what you do here. You're over 70 yards from the end zone. Maybe take a risk, hope for a Miami Miracle, but I think they're just going to knee it out.
What do you think is more likely, a Miami Miracle type play or an all-out Hail Mary?
I think you tend to see Miami Miracles more often now.
Especially in college. A few years ago that happened to Auburn.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a fullback dive. They're going to take it into the half after maybe a gain of 1, maybe no gain. And it's halftime here at Memorial Field. Score going into the half, your Auburn Rockets 22, Fitchburg Red Raiders 0. Welcome you back to Memorial Field for the second half of the Fitchburg Red Raiders at your Auburn Rockets. Score is currently 22-0, courtesy of Sam Rundell and Braden Belanger touchdowns. Actually, I believe 2 touchdowns out of Braden Belanger and a safety. Paul, how do you think Fitchburg can improve in the second half?
You need to come out with some energy and try and overpower this defensive line of Auburn at the moment. Right now, they're winning in the trenches, and that's why it's such a good game.
I agree. Fitchburg's just now coming out to the field. Excuse me. Rockets receive second half, right?
Yes, if they chose them.
Rockets will receive the second half kickoff. Fitchburg players seem to be running goal line and back. Interesting. Gotta say. Moments away from the second half of action.
Oh my god, the joystick broken.
Right leg of Allen Hall. And we're underway in the second half. Callahan's back out. Last 3 drives are touchdowns. What do you think? Continue to let the momentum inside.
Let's go, Fitchburg! Let's go! Let's go, Fitchburg! Let's go! Let's go, Fitchburg! Let's go! Let's go, Fitchburg! Let's go!
About 2 yards on the carry.
Yard line. That's a pickup of 3 on the play.
That's what you need to come out of the ball if you're Fitchburg. There's like 6 or 7 black caps in there stopping Belanger on that run, and you have to see that energy if you want to stay in this game.
Second and 8 for the Rockets. And Callahan's going to give it back to Belanger. He's going to push through the line of scrimmage and maybe be about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down.
Close to midfield.
3rd and 1 for the Rockets.
Down right on the 50. It's a pickup of 6. That leaves the Rockets with a 3rd down and 1.
I got to tell you, another thing that I think is helping this Rocket offense, they've always had really good starting field position.
3rd and 1 for the Rockets. Callahan's going to give it to Cook up the middle. And he's going to get it up to the Fitchburg 40. First and 10 for the Rockets.
Good burst of speed there from Nathan Cook to put it right up the middle and get about 10.
Nate Cook on the carry. First down for the Rockets. Ball spotted the Red Raider 40-yard line. Yeah, because they were telling me at half.
Kill any morale you might have had coming out for the second half. And Oliveira bangs it through.
Kick is good.
How long was the touchdown run?
15? And it was Belanger, right?
Looking forward to tomorrow, Saturday, September 30th. It's homecoming day for a lot of Auburn sports. Field hockey and girls soccer will play in the morning, and followed by the boys soccer teams at 1 o'clock.
I believe every varsity sport has a game tomorrow. Field hockey, boys and girls varsity golf, or excuse me, boys and girls varsity soccer, excuse me. Boys golf might have a meet. I'm not too sure about that.
No, we don't. We don't have matching events.
Right leg of Oliveira is going to give the ball back to Fitchburg. It's going to be a squib kick. And this one's going to be fielded cleanly for the first time in what feels like a while. Ooh. Bo Locke is crushed. And it's going to be returned by the Rockets.
Wow.
Just as I said, it was returned cleanly. It might have been Rocco Vardabedian on the cover.
Yeah, who got it? Do we know?
I think Rocco Vardabedian, I'm not sure.
Lucas Bolak on the run. He just coughed it up on the return. I don't know if there was much contact there, but just rainy night, bad conditions, it happens.
It is wet outside. First and 10 for the Rockets once again. Can they find the end zone for the 5th consecutive drive? And it's going to be a handoff. That's Cook, I believe, trucking his way forward for about 8 yards. 2nd and 2.
That's what you got to love about this Rocket offense. They have the ability to punch it right up the middle with the runs. And timeout by Fitchburg. Yeah, you see the guys with the physique of Cook and Rundell along with Belanger. They are just able to power the ball through, shove it right down your throat. If they wanted, they could have done it every play.
All right, here we go. Here's a new chapter for the Rockets. Last season, this team was fantastic, making the playoffs with a great record. However, with the loss of many key seniors, including Central Massachusetts All-Stars, Keating Oliver, Matthew Adams, and Alex Cintron, it doesn't just end there. They also lost 3 key players from the previous season due to transferring to other schools. These players were all starters or future starters, and now they're continuing their high school careers elsewhere. It's not all bad. New underclassmen players are playing big roles, including starting running back Braden Belanger, and sophomores also playing big roles, including starting quarterback Adrian Callahan and starting cornerback Patrick Saucier. Can the Rockets bear the loss of these great players with new faces? Paul, what do you think?
Yeah, the past 2 games were crushers after losing barely to Tantascwa and Maynard. But tonight, I've seen a very complete performance from all these underclassmen.
Here we go, 2nd and 2 for the Rockets. Callahan's going to return to the I-form receiver on either side, and it's going to be a dive up the middle. Nathan Cook's going to give the Rockets a fresh new set of downs. And they're going to be inside of the 30-yard line. Fitchburg territory, called at the 25. They're in the red zone.
Setting up at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
Ball spot at the 26. Correction. So they're not quite in the red zone. Fresh new set of downs for Callahan and company. 2 receivers to his right. It's Kohler and Wetzel, and it's going to be a dive. And he's not going to get much.
Wetzel got walloped there.
Call it maybe 2 yards on the carry. 2nd and 7, maybe 2nd and 8 for the Rockets. Now, Fitchburg just really doesn't have that size up front to compete with the Rockets O-line. It's been proven to be a real disadvantage this whole game. Rockets have had it all up the middle, at the outside. The run game has been dominating. They have dominated the trenches all game long, and I don't see that stopping.
Yeah, that's the key. Both offensive and defensive lines for Auburn, fantastic tonight.
Going to be a dive to Guzman. And he'll bring up a 3rd and 2. Credit to the sophomore. Glad we're seeing more and more of him. He's earned a spot in practice, and he's proving out on the field.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2 for the Rockets. Third and 2 for Callahan. 2 receivers to his right. That's Zach Wetzel and Tyler Kohler. They're in the I-form. Belanger. It's going to him. He's up the left. Now he's going to get the 1st down and much more. Call it about maybe the 12, 13-yard line as the Rockets get yet another 1st down.
Yeah, this is quickly going downhill very, very steeply for Fitchburg here.
Braden Belanger on the carry. Gets out to the 11-yard line. Pickup of 8. It's 1st and 10 Rockets.
1st and 10 from the 11-yard line for the Rockets. First and 10. Two receivers to the right once again. Callahan returns to the I-form. And it's going to Belanger up the middle. And he's not going to get much, if anything.
We're down to about 4.5 minutes here in the 3rd quarter.
Game has flown by, I gotta say.
Yeah, this has been a very fast-paced game tonight.
I mean, the game has stayed on the ground a lot, though.
2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Second and 8, tosses a little bit low, and he'll lose it.
Ball is on the ground.
And it looks like Auburn's going to retain possession there.
They will.
Rockets recover the fumble.
And we have a Fitchburg player down.
Fitchburg.
This is going to be an official's timeout. As the injured Luis Santos comes off the field. It's a 3rd and 2 for the Rockets. 3rd and 2. Callahan returns to the I form. One receiver on either side, Kohler and Wetzel. And it's trouble with the snap once again. Flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on the Rockets.
It's going to back them up 5 yards.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that looked just to be a bad snap. It went right through the legs of Adrian Callahan. Nate Mahoney, the starting center. It's all good, though. False start bailed us out.
3rd and 7 after the false start. Callahan. And it's going to be a dive that's going right up the middle. I believe that's Belanger. And he'll be short. Maybe 4th and 1. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the field goal unit come out.
Offense appears to be staying out there for the moment, though.
Line of scrimmage at the 4-yard line. We'll call it 4th down and 1 for your Rockets.
And Cormier's going to let his guys stay on the field.
What would you say here? Hand off to Cook or Belanger?
Jet sweep to Patrick Saucier. Make it happen.
I like it.
Sophomore receiver. 2 new faces out wide. Brendan Rourke and Ty Goodrich. As I think it's going to be a QB sneak, and he's in.
Touchdown.
Callahan, touchdown. I believe that was Adrian Callahan, and it was.
Adrian Callahan with the sneak into the end zone.
From maybe 2 yards out. And the Rockets add on to their lead.
Good execution there. I've seen the Philadelphia Eagles use that a lot in the NFL. And it works, I would say, 99% of the time, and it worked like a charm here.
Oliveira's right leg out for the field goal try, or excuse me, the extra point try. Looking to extend the Rockets' lead to 36.
Why are they always late getting people out for the
And it's going to be delay of game, or no, a timeout
timeout Rockets?
by Coach Cormier. They were late to get set.
Look, there looked to be miscommunication on who was supposed to be out there for the offensive line.
What's that? Yeah, he did. Yeah, I guess somebody could be hurt or something, didn't want to go out.
Take 2.
Oliveira out once again for the extra point try. Extend the Rockets' lead to 36. Snap by Hanfield, hold by Wood. And the kick by Oliveira is soaring through the upright. Oh, no good. My fault.
Pushed it left.
No good. Score is 35-0 with about under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Can't really blame him that much for that. Tough conditions tonight, wet, rainy. And we are under 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter about to start momentarily.
After the missed extra point, Oliveira's going to kick it off. Oliveira's kick is going to be a squib, and he's going to just get on it. Don't want to risk another fumble.
Oh,
and there's going to be unnecessary
Flag
roughness.
on the play, Oliveira's kicked down by number 26.
I believe it's going to be on Ali Cohill.
Ali Cohill.
Cohill.
I was guessing, so no corrective.
Looked like Rocco Vardabedian took an elbow to there.
Oh, it's going to be
Ooh.
unnecessary roughness on the Rockets.
That's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Or unsportsmanlike
penalty against the Rockets.
conduct.
That's on Rocco Vardabedian.
Number
then.
4, the senior.
Must have gotten into his face.
That's what it looked like. First and 10 for the Fitchburg offense. We'll see if they can get anything going. So far, it's not been great for Niall Sim and company. And it's going to be a dive. Maybe you get one on the carry. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Red Raiders.
To pick up a 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. I don't know if anybody can hear this.
2nd and 9. And it's going to be a handoff. He's going up the right side, and he's going to be brought down.
Wow, great! That was a great wrap up in the open field to take down Lucas Bolak.
Tackle made by number 43, Paul Alexander. Alexandre?
On the carry. Tackle back at the 43-yard line.
Not too sure. Third and 9. And it's going to be a dive up the middle. He's going to be stopped in his tracks about 4th and 3 for the Red Raiders.
That should take us to the end of the third quarter there.
With about 4 seconds to go, that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Score is 35-0 here at Memorial Field when we got 12 more minutes to play.
Looks like the offense is staying out there.
And it's going to be a dive, and he's not going to get much, but he breaks the tackle, and he's going to get the first down.
That's a nice burst of speed there from Devani DeLeon.
Big pickup. Gets all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Rockets. That'll be a 1st and 10 for Fitchburg.
Toss.
And it's going to be a toss. He'll reverse field. And it's a big hit on the sideline.
Good effort there
Number
by
15,
Bolak.
Marcus Rodriguez, the junior linebacker.
That was some good cutting there from Bolak to stay on his feet for about 6 yards.
2nd and 4 for the Red Raiders.
And then a crushing hit from Rodriguez ended that play.
And it looks like that's going to be a first down for the Red Raiders. They get up to about the 25-yard line with around 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go.
Gets the ball out to the 24-yard line.
For the first time today, the Red Raiders have found the red zone. And he's going to reverse field, and he's going to be, nope, broken the tackles. He's going to be down inside of the 5-yard line. That's Shea Gonier on the carry.
Number 4, Shea Gonier on the carry.
First and goal for the Red Raiders.
Oh,
And ball's loose on the ground, and the Rockets are going to recover. They get a stand on the goal line.
that's the epitome of the night for Fitchburg there. Some bright moments, and then a turnover that ends the entire drive.
That is rough. Who called the timeout? Gonna be a timeout for Fitchburg.
Yeah, Fitchburg did. Sorry about that.
First and 10 for the Rockets inside their own 5-yard line.
Ooh, botch snap, but able to jump back up on top of it.
Gonna be no gain on the play.
For a bit, Rockets did cover up. Where are they at now? 2 or 3?
Gonna be maybe a loss of 1 or 2 on. Gonna be a loss of 1. Second and 11 for the Rockets inside of their own 5-yard line. Once again. Callahan under center. And it looks like he had trouble with the snap again. Golly.
Could it be intentional, though? Like, maybe he's just dropping up on top of the ball?
Mishandled snap. Another loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 12.
Very uncharacteristic of that to happen twice in a row. So you got to think maybe it's intentional. Maybe they're just trying to run the clock here.
3rd and maybe 12 for the Rockets offense. And
I'm beginning to think he was kneeling.
Coach Dufour's going to call for a punt.
So here comes Christian Sacco, pinned really deep.
That's why it's surprising they did that close.
Flag on the play. Going to be delay a game against Auburn. The Rockets up.
That penalty moved the ball back half the distance to the goal.
Rockets may be inside their 1 yard line now. So Sacco's got to get this off quick.
Watch the snap over his head.
Sacco almost in the back of the end zone. And he will get the punt off. And punt's going to be returned. Gets it to around the 18-yard line.
Sacco's punt
Courtesy
by John.
of Jonathan Torres. And the Fitchburg offense comes out looking to erase the goose egg off the scoreboard.
Got about 4 minutes left. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here.
Red Raiders will take over at the Rocket 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
First and 10 for the Fitchburg Red Raiders. And they're just going to do a QB sneak, it seems. Interesting play call by Coach DiGiramano.
Yes. Well, or guys who don't play.
Under 3 minutes to go until the Rockets hopefully find their first win of the season. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield almost immediately.
Look, that was Carlos Tejada again on the tackle. Big nose tackle there.
Believe assist by Paul Alexander again. Alexandre?
3rd down and 11.
3rd and 11 for Fitchburg.
Heading into 2 minutes left in the ball game. This was just an all-around dominating performance for the Rockets here. Defense won in the trenches. Offense was able to get the running game going early. And just an overall complete performance from a team that needed this win badly.
Calling this a bad performance for the Fitchburg offense might be an understatement. This was not pretty. And it's going to be a fullback dive. That's Jaden Jones, the freshman O-lineman.
And that brings up 4th down here.
4th and about 9. Interesting play call. Jaden Jones is a freshman, 6 foot 210. And I wouldn't be surprised if Fitchburg stayed out there.
We're inside a minute and a half left.
Fourth and 9 for the Red Raiders. It's going to be a toss to the outside. He's going to go nowhere. Lose yards. Ball's on the ground. And it's recovered. But I think they're going to call him down.
Yeah, whistle blew already. Can't advance it at all after that.
A minute to go. Clock's going to run out. And the Rockets are moments away from victory formation. And they're going to call it.
That is the game.
Final score from Memorial Field. Rockets 35, Fitchburg Red Raiders 0. A dominating performance for the Rockets. And they find the win column for the first time this year. Signing off, I'm AJ B. Jr., joined by Paul Vangos. Thank you.